All right, so question number 23. Okay, so we have here a sample of human blood was placed in a test tube containing a physiological saline solution as 0.9% sodium chloride. This type of solution is often used intravenously to quickly rehydrate patients. A drop of the blood from the test tube was placed on a slide and red blood cells were observed under a microscope. Three possible outcomes are diagrammed below. All right, so before we even look at these answer choices, let's try and figure out what that sample of blood should look like. So remember, they're using a physiological saline solution. So this is almost as if they were to take the patient's own blood and put it on their blood drop, right? So if that's the case, then hopefully it shouldn't, the red blood cells shouldn't be shrinking, nor should they be bursting, right? I mean, our own blood comes in contact with our own blood all the time, and they just are normal red blood cells, right? So you can kind of reason through it that way to figure out that it should be this view right here, right? View 2. So yeah, that's now as for why that's the case, I think we need to kind of think about what it means for something to be at equilibrium. So equilibrium does not mean that there's no water movement, right? It just means that water in is equal to water out. So that's all that means, right? And this is the concept of dynamic equilibrium, right? All right, so with that in mind, let's go ahead and take a look at our answer choices. So choice A says, view 1 because red blood cell membranes are freely permeable to water. So if they were freely permeable to water, then it shouldn't look like that, right? If anything, it should look like this. But again, that's not the case, so answer choice A is out. This one says view 2 because the red blood cells use energy to allow sodium entry and to pump water out. So this could be true, right? That would basically be true if we had something. That would be true if we weren't at physiological conditions, right? But again, it says that we are at physiological conditions, so we can get rid of that one. View 2, because the rate of water movement into the red blood cell equals the rate of water movement out of the cells. So yeah, that makes sense, right? We should expect there to be no change, right? That dynamic equilibrium. So I'll go ahead and circle C, but let's look at the last one, view 3. Because the sodium-potassium pumps in the red blood cell membranes use energy to keep the sodium out, but allow water to freely, flow into the cells. And then again, look, if that happens, then we're just going to have the same issue, right? If water is just freely flowing into the cells, then they're just going to get bigger and bigger until they burst. So D's got to be incorrect. So therefore, the correct answer is, in fact, answer choice C. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. I'll see you guys in the next video.